Hello, my name is Daniel Yuck. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you, your time, and your support. In this video, I want to talk about how I navigate detailed stencils, so that way if you find yourself in a position where you're struggling to make out what you are looking at within your stencil, this video may be helpful for you. Should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to please drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to assist in the best possible direction. If you find this video helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel, as I would greatly appreciate your support. With that being said, let's go ahead and just get right on into this. Dense details can be very tricky to navigate, especially in the earlier days. Panic can quickly set in, leading us to ruin the entire design, let alone lose the stencil in certain areas, just making the process that much more difficult. When this mental shift happens, we're going to lose sight of the technical side, and then we're going to shift into a state of potential panic, which means every move that we make is going to be done in a state of fear as opposed to a state of technicality. So what's the key? How do we navigate detailed stencils? For me, when the design is this detailed, I want to simplify the technical approach. If there is a reference, I definitely want to have that nearby in case I need to reference certain areas that I just simply cannot make out. So if we have a reference, that's great, because we're going to start by tattooing what we actually know is there. So that's where I'm going to begin. I'm going to start shifting my mental from a state of panic to a state of certainty. I'm going to look at the design, take a look at the reference, and I'm going to start depositing what I am positively sure is absolutely supposed to be there. This is important. We have to make sure that we're depositing the areas that are supposed to be there, not what we think is supposed to be there, which is why having a reference can absolutely come in handy. So you can kind of see what I'm doing is I'm keeping the process simple. By simplifying this approach, I'm able to minimize the amount of mistakes and choices I would have otherwise made. So from the technical standpoint, I'm going to start with the area that's close to me. So for this demonstration, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start on this right side of the face just to kind of get my points across, because these are really detailed areas that would do a good job at delivering the points I'm trying to make. Now I am going to be using an ink claw blade tattoo machine, CNC Police 3-round liner, ink claw wireless power supply. I'm going to be running at 6 volts right now. I'm also using simple Amazon Basics petroleum jelly, real skin, fake skin, phantom tattoo gloves, Scotch Shop wipes, and I am using dynamic black to get my points across here. I will be leaving my Amazon affiliate links and other affiliate links for you in the description below, so that way you can check out the gear that's featured here in this video on your end. So the first variable is starting with the area that's close to me, and the second is considering what results I am going for. So I'm going to be using sort of whip pendulum motions to create textures here, simply because this area is hair textures, and it's not going to be like hard lining or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my spot, and then I'm just going to begin using back and forth whip motions and little flicks like so you can see, to create those textures here. I'm not going to necessarily hard line anything or anything like that, because I need this look to be textured. So you can kind of see, now I'm simplifying what's there. I see these areas absolutely positively sure that they're supposed to be there. And then from there, I go about applying them in a way that's aligning the result that I'm going for. Because if I okay, what that means is it would serve me no purpose to outline all of these little areas and then fill them in. I'm not going to get a sort of hair-like textured look. I'm going to get a sort of blobby appearance. And that's just a part of, developing. We're going to see different results that we get. So you're going to notice that nothing here ever gets hard line. It's just simply built up by using pendulum motions and whip motions, creating tapers. So the entire idea is to keep it super simple. It's literally that. I'm going to simplify what was a complex situation. The opposite would be to simplify what I am doing. So all I'm going to do is just simply take my time and apply these areas little by little. Every single whip motion, every little texture that I deposit is one step closer to making this entire workflow a little bit more manageable, especially if the stencil was fading, lost, or too busy for us. So that right there is how we can go about managing a busy tattoo stencil. Now, if we're always getting the feeling that the stencil's always too busy, then we're probably taking on designs that we shouldn't be. That's another aspect that, that can be talked about in another video. But for this one, this one's about navigating detailed difficult stencils. So once again, what we're needing to do is align our technical technique with the results that we are wanting to accomplish. The entire idea is to keep the workflow, keep the approach and mental headspace that we are in very, very simple. If we stick to this simplistic only approach where we apply what we know is there, we are much more likely to build a better reading, longer lasting tattoo versus just depositing what we think is there. And you can kind of see, making out this area right here, I'm actually getting a clean read that would read like hair, whether it's up close or at a distance. So I feel like I am on the right track. I'm not really going to get too much into like the technicality of applying this sort of design, as I'm trying to more so shed light on how to space your mental framing to navigate a detailed, difficult stencil, so that way you don't get flustered and overwhelmed and stressed out, so that way you can actually complete the design. The process is going to be all the way through the same. It's just really taking your time, as you can see, like so. So you can see I'm sticking to what I know is actually there, and I'm applying it with a technique that I can anticipate what the results are going to look like. I can't be out here depositing these areas just hoping for the best. The technique that I'm using, I'm very in tune with the results. I can kind of anticipate what it should look like, and you can see that I am getting a nice textured read. And this is a really small design. Like you can see that it's not going to be large in size at all in comparison to a needle cartridge. It's very, very tiny, the design itself. So this is something that we need to be really meticulous with, and chances of us coming across more designs like this throughout our career are very, very high. So knowing how to navigate a detailed stencil could literally make or break a design or a tattoo that we choose to take on. Now, I do feel like this is a great place to conclude this video right here. Now, the idea is to keep your approach simple, apply what you actually know is there, and don't deviate outside of that simplistic approach when dealing with dense, detailed stencils. Now, should you have any questions at all, I encourage you to please drop a comment down below. Rest assured, I'm going to do my absolute best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with a friend, and subscribing to my channel, as I would greatly appreciate your support, and I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. With that being said, I thank you for your time, and I appreciate you watching. I'm truly grateful for you. I hope you have a great day. Are you wanting to develop your tattooing skill sets? Now you can practice and develop anytime, any place with an assortment of tattooing workbooks that I've created. With these assorted tattooing workbooks, we can practice our basic lining all the way to advanced lining. We can practice shading, shading placement, dot work, textures, and more. All we are going to need is a tattoo workbook of mine. We can use a pencil, pen. We can even use a tattoo machine with a ballpoint cartridge to develop our tattooing abilities further. That means that we don't need tattoo ink, we don't need napkins or petroleum jelly to get to practicing. Simply open one of my tattooing workbooks and get going. It really is that easy. You can get your hands on one of my developmental tattooing assorted workbooks by simply clicking the links in my description or in the pinned comment section below, or navigating on over to Amazon.com, typing in Daniel Yuck, and you'll see all of the assorted tattoo workbooks that I've created come up. If you have an Amazon account, be sure to follow my Amazon author page as well, as I would greatly appreciate your support. Should you have any questions at all, drop them in the comment section down below. I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. With that being said, let's get right back into this video.